United Way could not have had a more kind, caring, compassionate person to lead the way.
When I think of Bob, I think of times that he was just so accessible and so concerned about the agencies. I think his legacy will be that human side. We're handling people's donations. We need to be responsible in how we use those things, and I think Bob was a perfect balance of the administration and the caring.
I've known Bob for about 3 years when I came on board at Deaconess and I started working with the United Way. I always like going to the awards dinners. That's one of my favorite memories with Bob. He's always up there with his jokes, making the room laugh and just talking about the impact that he and the United Way have been able to make in the community in the past year. So that's always a special moment.
I met Bob Horne in the early 80s. He was inspirational as a lender because he was very kind. His customers really loved working with him. I always enjoyed asking Bob about his grandchildren because I know how passionate he is as a grandfather, and he enjoys them so much, and I'd always get updated pictures.
His wife Martha was one of our first employees at the Westport Hampton Inn. Their daughter Erin was married at one of our facilities.
My favorite memories of Bob is anytime at the annual dinners, the humor that he brought to it, how he kept it light. Was really, I always enjoyed going to him. I think Bob's legacy in the city is going to be one of great leadership, doing all he can to make the community that he lived in and that he loves a better place for everybody.
I first met Bob way back when he started at the United Way, and I think I had the pleasure of explaining to Bob a lot of the support that the United Way gives to People Incorporated at the time in support of our individuals with developmental disabilities.
And I first met Bob when he was at the United Way and his office was inside the Family Service Association building, and I was working at Family Service Association, so I got the opportunity to see him every day.
You know, always uplifting to hear his jokes and quips.
When I came back to town, I'd been gone for many years and started working at People Incorporated. When Bill brought me in to introduce me to Bob, the first word Bob said was, "You again?" He's fun. He works hard, he's dedicated, he cares about the community, and that comes across. And I think that engenders that feeling in other people.
I met Bob in 1987 at the YMCA in Fall River. We were set to play a squash match, and I showed up and Bob had on safety glasses that were about a ½ inch thick. And I figured I was going to have a very easy match, and I lost. My favorite memory of Bob was when we were on the hospice board together. He was president of the organization, and at the annual meeting, he got up to give his speech and he juggled 3 balls at the same time while he gave his speech.
I first met Bob at my first board meeting for the United Way. Jason Ruhr had reached out to me and asked me to become a board member, and that was really my first introduction to Bob. Bob was always sort of serious at the meetings and about the United Way business and what we were doing, and his sense of humor and creativity.
I've known Bob for his entire tenure as executive director at the United Way. And during that time, those many years, I realized a few things about Bob. Bob is an amazing photographer, to the point where Bob would come to our Boys and Girls Club every year and take pictures of the kids and the programs and go to our summer camp and do the same. And then he would make a slideshow. He would put real good, funny music on, add some captions. We'd bring it to the club. We would show it to all the kids, and they loved it and looked forward to it every year.
A strong leader, but very unassuming, and I respect him a lot for that.
My earliest memories of Bob come from when he was still working in the banking field, and he was a volunteer for the United Way. So that goes back a long, long way. I probably first met Bob close to 30 years ago.
I've known Bob for about 25 years now. He's been a very close personal and professional friend of our family.
My best memories of Bob have to do with not only his dedication to his work, but his sense of humor. We both have a love of music in common, and our conversations often drift to that direction. Bob's easy to get to know.
I've never met such a caring, kind, compassionate person, and he's really a funny guy too. We went out and tried to show a little bit of our humor to Bob as well. And where there were about 100 people sitting out in the auditorium, Bob walked in, Mike.
And this is what he saw, 100 people like Bob. We all want to be like Bob.
Bob, best wishes for many, many years of retirement to enjoy with Martha, your family, and your grandchildren.
I hope that in your retirement you receive back 100-fold the caring and the love and the support and the generosity that you gave.
Bob, congratulations on your retirement from all of us at the Deaconess Home and the community. We've enjoyed working with you, and we just wish you the best health and happiness.
Best wishes to you and Martha, Bob, on your retirement. I wish you all the best, and I know you'll have a blast.
Bob, congratulations. Thanks for all you did, and we wish you great luck in the future. Thank you.
Bob, the same way here. I mean, I think you've been a great inspiration to so many people. You got a great family, and obviously United Way is going to miss you, and I just wish you so much good fortune in the future.
On behalf of the staff, the board, and the many people that People Incorporated serves, Bob, we wish you great success in your retirement. Enjoy your time, and we will miss you, but we look forward to seeing you again when you come back as a volunteer.
Bob, I wish you lots of luck to you and Martha, and I hope you enjoy your retirement.
Congratulations, Bob.
We wish you the best. Happy retirement.
I wish you and Martha all the best in your retirement.
We love you, Papa Bob.